Welcome, everyone, to the Hardin Local Weekly podcast. I'm Rachel Brainingham, and we're so glad you're here with us today. A little bit of a different background. My kiddos are doing NTI, as I'm assuming probably all of yours are as well. So we've got a really special show for you. Hope Burke, the Executive Director of Helping Hands for Hope, is joining us to talk about how they're serving our community, especially after the Winter Storm Fern. And then John, of course, has our local events. I'm excited to hear about those. I'll, of course, share our weekly housing market update. And Britton and Michelle are back with an experienced eater review of Lee's famous recipe. I was just commenting on as a Kentucky native. I think I've only probably ever been to Lee's maybe once or twice. So I'm excited. And it's not been recently. So I'm excited looking at Britton's face. Also, a special shout out. It's Britton's birthday today. So he's joining us on his birthday. But first, I want to introduce all of our amazing co-hosts. So we have Phil Tall, our creator of Hardin Local. Scott Lucas joined us as our co-host extraordinaire. Hi, Scott.
Hey.
We've got John O'Brien, our events guru. And then, of course, Britton and Michelle McDowell, your local experienced eaters. And, of course, this is the beautiful Hope Burke. We're so happy to have you today. Brian is out this week. He just returned from vacation late last night and will rejoin us next week. I know you're all going to miss him. So before we get started, I just want to make sure everyone knows how to stay connected with us. Once again, we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. So if you enjoy listening or watching podcasts on those specific platforms, please follow us. And if you don't, but you have a friend or family member who does, please invite them to follow us. You can find all of the links that we mentioned from past episodes to today's episode. They're all available at hardinlocal.com. And of course, there's a full link tree where you can connect with each of us individually on our personal social channels. Follow us on LinkedIn and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching today on Facebook, hit that follow button right now. And of course, as I mentioned, and you see throughout our episodes, please drop your comments in the chat box. We love to bring those up and answer them in real time if we can, or hit them all at the end. But we love to interact with you if there's things that we need to be aware of or know about going on in the community, or if you have a comment on anything that's shared today, we would love for you to drop that and we'll pull that up. Also, if you have any shout outs you want us to mention at the end of the show, once again, drop those and we'll announce them during our closing segment. Real quick, I want to thank today's sponsor, which is TechTel. TechTel is a local technology company right here in Elizabethtown that helps businesses run smoother and stay secure. They specialize in business phone systems, cybersecurity, and practical AI tools that reduce complexity and stress for growing companies. If you'd like to learn how TechTel can help your business, just comment TechTel on this video and visit hardinlocal.com for how to get in touch. And of course, Bill Tall is a partner in that company, so you can always reach out to him directly. So right before we went live, we were having like a little bunny trail about how scary AI is. So TechTel is a company that you need to partner with to protect your business. All right, guys. Bill?
Yes. I have an announcement about the Hardin local election interviews. I've extended the deadline until February 10th for anyone running for office to sign up for a free election interview. We currently have 20 candidates registered, but there are around 50 others who are running opposed. So if you're not running against anyone, we would love to have you as a special guest in the future. But these interviews are for the candidates with competition for their seat. So if you're one of those other 50 that haven't signed up yet, you have until February 10th. And we hope that you will sign. And just in case you're worried about the format, you can go to hardinlocal.com, scroll all the way to the bottom. It's the second section from the bottom. I've included a interview guidelines, how we're going to do it to make it fair for everybody. So you can read there how we're going to do it. And it will be extremely fair. And there'll be a way to track that too, because we're going to archive the live stream of each one with no edits or anything on them. That's what we're going to be doing. Also, Britton, I'm going to unmute. I muted you because there was feedback, but if you can mute yourself. Oh, no, you already did. I didn't want to leave you muted or you wouldn't be able to unmute yourself. Knowing me, I'll forget.
Perfect. Thank you, Phil. And I just want to emphasize this. If you are running for a local office and you want to get your voice heard, make sure that they would love to be able to interview you and have a conversation with you. So make sure you go to hardinlocal.com and sign up. So, all right, guys, I've got a fun icebreaker for everyone. So this is one of my favorite parts of the whole podcast because I get to hear from you guys individually about your personal lives. So what's the most ridiculous thing you've done so far to keep from going stir crazy during Winter Storm Fern? Or what unexpected skill are you discovering while stuck at home all of this time? Okay, don't everybody rush to go first.
Okay, so I started the 75 hard on the first, and I learned that I can have a frozen beard from jogging outside. That's one thing I learned. I did not know it was possible to just jog and have a frozen beard, but I did. But it's still there, not damaged any, so it's all right.
That honestly sounds horrible. I'm so sorry, but I'm so proud of you. I really am.
You taking pictures, John?
I did, yeah. I put it up on my story Monday, and everybody that came in the bar was like, "Hey, that AI was funny on your picture." I'm like, that wasn't AI. I was jogging in 4-degree weather, and my beard, like the moisture coming out of my mouth and my nose, froze and just stuck on my beard.
The question is, were you wearing shorts? Of course he was.
Of course, I'm outside. I have to wear shorts. Now there were tights under the shorts, but I was wearing shorts. Yes.
Hope, have you been doing anything interesting during all of this? Besides being on call 24 hours a day? No. So I think for me, I'm used to the snow because I lived on the East Coast, but like I don't like it here because I thought I was getting away with it. So I feel like my brain has just been like asking all these questions. And the other day, I literally looked at my family and I was like, either I need sleep or we need to get outside or something needs to happen because why don't they make B batteries? Like we have A batteries, AA, AAA, C, and D. Why is there not a B battery? Like things that are coming to my brain when I can't leave the house. And I'm like, this is when I know it's enough. Enough's enough. I hear you on that.
That is interesting because I've been trying to find batteries to replace all the dead things. That is one thing I did do this week, and I couldn't find, I don't know, there's just too many different types. So I'll go along with that. But I didn't rearrange. I did try to rearrange some stuff in my cabinet, but if you saw my cabinet, you would still think it's not arranged.
Well, hey, speaking of batteries, I undertook laptop surgery and changed out an internal battery on a laptop. Hands like this, doing something that delicate was not something I thought was possible, but we succeeded. We found success. And I think the other thing Michelle brought up that we recently discovered binge watching. We don't TV watch much, and so we finished a series and got halfway through another series in like a 12-hour day, which was a little bizarre for us.
I would agree with you. There's been several seasons of binge watching that have occurred over here. It's like just next. So, but you can get a lot of laundry folded while you're doing that. So,
but the thing that people don't talk about with binge watching is that while you're binge watching, it's great and like you can't wait to go to the next episode. It's like you can't see the next thing. But what nobody talks about is when the series is over, and then you go through this insane withdrawal from what you've been watching, and all of a sudden you're bored to death. You're even more bored than you were before. Does anyone think else to watch? Otherwise, you go stir crazy. So that's interesting.
do you remember the Netflix? It was a commercial that was aired during a Super Bowl because it was very memorable to me. But it's like a show hole, and she's like, the show ends, and she's sitting there on the couch, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in a show hole." And it's like never be in a show hole because you can download Netflix and have endless amounts of episodes and things. But show holes are real.
So, just along these lines, I have a problem picking something because I have commitment issues, and so like I love to watch previews, and then I'm like, and then I'm the guy that I'll watch the previews that either I will find outlines of the show online and just read because I can read faster than I can watch, or I will because I'm just like it's really difficult for me to commit to a show that's great, that has all kinds of clips and reels. That's The Blacklist. I can't commit to 9 seasons of 25 episodes a season. I can't do that. And it's like how do you eat an elephant? I'm not even gonna take the first bite. I'm just like, no, I'm done. I'm out.
You should though. James Spader, he was great in Boston Legal. That was one of my favorite shows ever. It was a shorter series than that, but it's so good.
Commit. And then the other thing that happens is that he'll say, okay, well, let's sit down and watch something. Let's start something. And so we go to sit down, and he has 5,000 things in his like saved category. And then we sit there for an hour.
It's like going to Barbara.
Browsing through everything, trying to decide on what to watch.
There's no we're here. There's
No, it's
no
him.
we. No.
So scrolling through,
I'm committed that I want to watch it because I put it on my save list. It's her picking one that she'll go with.
Yeah. And then an hour later, we're still trying to figure out something to watch. It's like, just pick something. Pick it.
That sounds like that might be a battle you're fighting occasionally in your household.
I will tell you this, another thing. One day I was determined to watch all those Hallmark movies that I had saved. People can watch too much Hallmark in one day. I was like, I'm going to have to be committed if I watch another one or if I don't stop. Like, I was like, I can't anymore. I can't. And I was like, that is a thing. Like, you can watch too much in one day.
You know that there's a dude version of Hallmark movies?
Yes.
It's called Jason Statham. Every Jason Statham movie that he has made in the last 10 years is exactly the same plot. Exactly. Like, working beekeeper. I mean, all of them. That's good as the person.
All right, guys. Well, I love this.